Last year, we travelled to the English town of Marlow, on the banks of the River Thames, to visit one of Britain's finest golfers. In 2017, Tyrrell Hatton underlined how far he'd come by becoming the first player to successfully defend the Alfred Dunhill Links Championship, before a week later winning his first Rolex Series title in Italy. Here's a look behind the scenes with the 27-year-old Englishman at the home golf studio, where he and his dad Jeff hone his game and get him tournament ready.
So when I'm working with my dad, a lot of swings we get on video. We look at how that compares to when I was sort of swinging it good earlier in the year. We view most of the swings via video. I'll come in here on a week off and, I'll hit a load of balls, and normally I'm in here if I'm not sort of playing that well, and which has been quite a bit recently, but we won't go there. And we just look at how it compares to, say, earlier on in the year when I was swinging it well and playing good golf, and we just try and get it back to sort of those sort of positions. And we only look at two positions in the swing really, and normally if I sort of get them in the right place, then I start playing well. This screen that you see here is what I'm always looking at when I'm hitting balls, and we'll change the numbers to whatever club we're hitting, and yeah, that's just how we've always done it. I like to keep things really simple, so I don't like lots of information. Never have. It's sort of never really helped. I think, keeping things simple, and then you can just focus on one thing and try and get that right, and then just go from there. I'm much happier going out on the course and just playing rather than spending an hour or whatever hitting balls. Just sort of lose interest and lose focus, and then it's just not productive. So I'd much rather going out and playing. Obviously that's what we do in tournaments, and it is good to hit balls on the range, because that's where you can, if you've got swing thoughts, that's where you try and grain them in, and then when you go out onto the golf course, I try not to sort of think of anything, and so the work that you have done on the range, that just sort of flows onto the course, because it's not good for anyone to have swing thoughts.
After a bright start to 2017 in America, Hatton endured a disappointing run over the summer months and was understandably short of patience ahead of a superb bounce back to form late in the season.
I'd say at the start of the year, putting was, it was really good when I'd spent some time on playing in the States. That certainly helped me have a few good finishes, and then I'd say probably since the Masters, just haven't sort of putted quite the same. We've been hitting good putts, just not really holing anything. I haven't been playing that great, and then obviously not holing putts, and I feel like I've scored as bad as I could. It makes it frustrating. You feel like your score should be better, and when you're not holing putts, it just feels like you couldn't score any worse. So I did some good work with my dad just before heading out to the WGC at Firestone, and it was the best that I played tee to green sort of in months. But the form on the greens continued, and I didn't hole anything, and it's it's really frustrating. Obviously, I wear my heart on my sleeve at the best of times anyway, so that's one area that I sort of struggle with, and I get more frustrated than other people. That's just how I am, and I'll always be that way. It's certainly one of the hardest things to be good at, and golf is a frustrating game.
The putts certainly dropped for Tyrrell at the Dunhill and in Milan, where a superb birdie at the last sealed an emotional victory. Despite no further wins in 2018, he played his part in Europe's Ryder Cup success in Paris and looks set for a big 2019.